Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Now I was thinking to myself, I've got myself a 6-star Magneto, and I've not done any kind of video. Not that anybody would search YouTube and go to themselves, hey, do you know what video I really want to see today? A 6-star Magneto video. So what I'm going to do in this video, is without mentioning the word video quite so much, is look at whether or not I can make Magneto better. Also look at where the failings are with this champion. Also where the 6-star works. Right off the bat, let's face it, a 6-star is going to be more powerful than a 5-star, and 5-star is going to be more powerful than a 4-star. So it's going to be somewhat positive to have a 6-star version of any champion in the current meta of the game. But at the same time, we have to bear in mind that some of the content, whether or not you look at story mode and as well the variants and other things, it is very niche and it's very specified to say, yes, I can take my 6-star Magneto and it can take me through Act 6, Act 5, Act 4, whatever. Obviously you can do Act 4 and Act 5, but taking it into any more difficult content like Act 6, yeah, not exactly what I'm thinking as a good idea. Magneto as a champion is very basic, especially with the way that the current meta is with the game and where new champions are put in, and just the way that even looking at the abilities, there's 2 to 3 pages worth of abilities now with most modern new champions, so there's nothing really easy to get on with nowadays. There's a lot of learning that needs to be done. But with this champion, there's a clever nod to things like magnetism and metal and hashtag metal. So that is something that is a positive. But let's have a quick look at his abilities on comic book paper. Magneto is down as an Omega level mutant, and it's definitely something that is not kind of represented in Marvel Contest of Champions. Where other Omega level mutants like Iceman are fairly represented, obviously we all know that this would be a champion we'd love to see improved. The champion has so many different abilities to him, but mainly it's all around the aspects of magnetism and how he deals with that. Magnetic force fields, magnetic armor, magnetic rays, magnetic flight. And if you've seen a lot of the X-Men films, you'll definitely see there's some likeness to what the comic book abilities are going into the films. Especially with X-Men Age of Apocalypse, I did feel that that film did showcase an improvement to his powers and just seemed to perform a lot better, especially considering that he was doing a lot of the magnetic force fields. I'd say we've probably got more kind of things like manipulation, electrostatic stuff as well. Yeah, we saw a lot of that. One thing that I find really interesting, something to share with you, is the armor. Now in MCOC it's not very powerful, but the costume that Magneto wears is an actual type of armor that he has created through the use of magnetic powers. The costume is actually an amalgam of various lightweight but highly durable metallic alloys that further protect him from physical injury. He can also use different metals surrounding him to enhance his armor, making it as strong as Tony Stark's Iron Man armor. And maybe I've been a bit OTT with saying, well, Kabam haven't really done him a solid, especially with the creation of the character. It does look to a degree that they were on the right track with the signature ability back in the day, but anything else when it comes to tapping into other aspects of strength and as well the damage output side of things are largely missed out. I mean, we've got the signature ability here on a 5-star version. Magneto bends a dense electromagnetic field around his body to create a personal force field, preventing him from losing more than 31.78% health from a single source. I mean, if you look at a champion like the Nameless Thanos back in April, May 2019, the fact is, you could have used this champion as an option. We talk about Gwenpool, about shooting specials from Nameless Thanos and keeping Gwenpool alive. But the same thing could be said for most champions that are able to just like Iceman, that's got that kind of ability to withstand a great amount of damage from special attacks. And with that Nameless Thanos, he was putting out SP3s left, right, and center. So having a champion like this would be of value. But the fact is, would this be an option? Would players go, hey, I'm going to take against Nameless Thanos? It's got to be my Magneto. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that. But yes, it would be nice to see this character be looked into and buffed at a later date, and especially tapping into some of those abilities from comic book lore that we've just covered a moment ago. But in any case, let's take the 6-star version out for a little spin and see if we can add in a decent synergy to make him pop a little bit with damage. Okay, so what am I doing for synergy creation? Well, looking at this one here, I think I'm going to go with this and see how this works. 2 Namors are in. Obviously the advantage is this kind of scales. I can have twice the amount of synergies in. So we've got plus 5% attack. We've then got a further 5% there, and also we've got critical rating improvement. But the Heimdall synergy in as well could do something. The other option could be mutant special synergy team. There's so many other different combinations you can come up with. You've got Mr. Fantastic, to a degree Nick Fury synergy, but I think that's not really usable because he's not a hero. Let's just double check that. I'm pretty. I mean, why would he be a hero for? That would be pretty weird. So attributes. And yeah, hashtag villain, so it doesn't really apply. There needs to be like a hashtag villain synergy that's really powerful and really unscrupulous. Let's see that in the game. Okay, not the best performance, but you know, it's not the most exciting champion in the world. However, though, it did give me food for thought, and especially like maybe trying out a different synergy, and in particular one that is the mutant crit damage, but the special damage increasement, especially considering that the L1 seemed to be critting some good numbers, but that's very much all about that Namor synergy. So I don't know, maybe it might be a good idea to switch that out with the special damage and see if we can get something improved with it. Let's give it a go. Right, so what we've done is we've added in 2 key mutants, and here's the difference that could be the main factor. So we've got plus 6% attack, we've also got plus 155 critical damage rating, and then on here we've got the special attacks gain 12%, plus an extra 6% attack, and then that kind of gets us close to where we are with that marker with the Heimdall synergy coming out, and as well like stuff with like critical rating. So fingers crossed for this. I think I'm going to go with what I did before, was putting the L1 method, but maybe build up to an L3. I don't know. From a visual standpoint, it doesn't look too exciting, but we'll see what we pick up. This then leads me on to my final thoughts, and the champion is incredibly basic. And especially considering the fact that there's a lot of other old school champions getting buffs, and we've just had 2 mutants. So it looks like the chance and opportunity for this champion to be looked at very soon is probably not going to be until next year at least. But the fact is, it could be a very much fun champion to use against obscure content. Do bear in mind, variants come and go, and this could be a good option in the future. The champion does have some kind of cool ability to just not like completely write it off. I think the heal block side of things does help out a little bit for certain things, and like we've got bleed, which is kind of cool as well. But look, it's not the most impressive champion. As well as if it's your first ever 6-star, I'm sure that you can use it against certain content, like say you maybe haven't cleared completely 100% Act 5. This could be a good option for that. It's certainly not a champion you kind of go, oh, I really want to take this against certain things. But, you know, look at it this way. If you haven't done Chapter 3 of Act 5, could be an option there. Sometimes people go, oh, just use any champion for that, even though it's very much class specific. But I'm thinking like, yeah, use this guy. There's sort of strong mutants out there, but if you've got him as a 6-star, good amount of health, good amount of attack for the time being, yeah, I think he could work out well. Have fun with this guy, and I hope Kabam give it a buff in the future. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please hit the like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest Champions-based content, and put in the comment section what is your thoughts on Magneto, and especially as a 6-star, and especially all the stuff that we've looked at in this video. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.